So welcome everybody to the new video called Jawari for one string. It happens that after we've made the curvature of a bridge and we've done the basic shape, that one of the strings is not sounding completely in balance with the rest. That means it's too open or it's too closed. So we will deal with this problem in this video. For this job we need a choice of files, small thin files. We can use like this one's a little bent, and we can use a sharp knife also, and we will need a selection of sandpaper from 400 to about 1500 or higher, and to finish off a soft cloth for cleaning. Normally we can change the sound of open and closed by using a particular jiva. So we can change the jiva accordingly to what our preferences are. But if that doesn't work, then we have to do Jawari. So the first thing we have to do is find out and isolate the problem. Is it too open or is it too closed? Does it have a metallic sound, or there's a lot of overtones, then it would be too open. And if it's maybe not enough sustain or no overtones at all, then we need to open the sound. So we will listen a little bit to the sound of what we have at the moment. I'm not sure you can hear this, but I'm a little bit disturbed with the karaj, the fourth string. I find it a bit too rattling, and therefore, I can say that this is a string we're going to be working on. We have to close it a little bit. That will get rid of the rattle and make it more harmonious with the rest. First step is to make sure that the string is not rusty, old, and that there's no nick in the string where there's a bend in it. It's got to be in good condition. If it's not in good condition, immediately we have to change it, put a new one on, and often that is also the solution. So we also have to check the bridge here. So here we have a nice close-up. We can see here that the string has a very nice connection on the bridge. There's no holes underneath here, so this is a good contact on the bridge. And the front here is slightly open and a little bit too much for my liking at the moment, because the grazing is a little bit over the top, therefore creating too many overtones and a bit of rattling. So to solve that problem, we need to take off a little bit of here, sand this down a little bit here so that the apex moves forward, in which case that closes this gap up a little bit, and then that actually shortens the area of grazing and thereby slightly mellowing the sound and reducing the high overtones. So that's what we have to do to close it. And to open the sound, one has to slightly flatten the apex of the curve. So here we have to file a little bit here, and that will open up this gap here. This curvature will get a little bit more, so this grazing will be on a little bit longer, and that will open the sound more. So that's how you do the opening and the closing from a Jawari on one string. So to start the process of the filing, I use a thin file. You see that's a good size for this. And I'll put onto it some sandpaper, and in this case it's going to be an 800 because I don't think it's going to be that much that has to come off. And then by using the process of lifting it, I can get to the back of this curve, and bringing it down I get to the front. So basically we only need this back curve up until, let me just say, this distance to there. So we only need this area here because we want to move the high parts a little bit forward. Not much, but just a little bit. That will close this area up. So as I just mentioned. So firstly, we just start like this. Get in at the back and slowly blow it. Not too much. And then we get this area just here at the back. We're not taking much off, so we're not going to be changing the shape too drastically, but just enough to do that. So one thing we have to remember also is that we have to file a little bit down and not too much, because we have to check how it sounds, because this might already be sufficient. So we're going to stop at that, and we're going to put the string back on, and we're going to get a jiva, and we're going to listen to what the situation is at the moment. So I've got the jiva in. And it's still rattling, unfortunately. So let's have a little bit more filing to do. If it's taken a long time, we can go a little bit heavier with the sandpaper, but we can just continue with this at the moment. I don't think it's that much to do. So I've come to the point now where I think I'm finished. I just want to make it clear that we have to, it's highly advisable to go very slowly and take your time about this, because if you go too far, you're going to create more work. If it's too open, you have to get it closed again, and if it's too closed, you have to go more open. So it's a lot of work. But if you go slowly and with a lot of patience, then you can get it right on a nice sweet spot, really nice. And that's important, that you can hear all the overtones, and you're inspired again to sing or play or whatever you do with the Tanpura. Just listen is also a great thing. The balance is back again. There's not a string which is overpowering the other strings. There's nothing rattling anymore, and there's a nice balance. Thank you for watching.